Emergency will just I'll try my best to wrap it up. Yeah, message you say ubia betiase. Yeah, no from the beginning to the end. The whole idea of what we are going to talk about is how we can leverage on technology. See, Kaya last year, yeah, the Yembra Michael Corti and another YAF, one of the YAF district presidents, and we had a discussion about how to leverage on technology to enhance our business. It's the same thing in Yababet Waso. Memani who say you are not working in a corporate world, and that's it. One you Juma, it will come in handy because sorry, mighty weapon or church qua Yabeka set your report. Ebu honma and yes, a report won't mean true, but brofuna the retro. Now I get ding troll letters. Now oh Seneco now troll letters. And no yeah, but brofuna the retro. That is the problem. So by God's grace, we have some group of people who have come up with this wonderful thing we are going to discuss. Until yeah, course now be different so that you'll be able to use it to enhance on your business. So let me starting with a presentation that will be, and then we'll go straight to the practicals because I want everybody to partake in the process. I'm saying we have some people also joining us. There'll be more joining us. Those online, if you can't hear me, just type in the chat. If you can hear me, to type in the chat so that I can know. All right. Okay. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. Okay. Okay. So we are just going to talk about what we call ChatGPT. If you forget about the slides, I will make it available later on. If you have a ChatGPT, in simple terms, in layman terms, it is said here you are having a conversation on WhatsApp, having a conversation on Twitter, having a conversation on Facebook or anything. So the way we chat every day, now and then, that is the first part of the name, chat. So it's just about interaction with people. But this time, you are not interacting with your fellow person. If you say, Anka, Minister Hilda will say, then I would WhatsApp her and she will reply. That is an interaction between me and Sister Hilda. But when I am WhatsApping a robot, now robots has sense service. The robot has sense to know that I am asking, how are you? Not also responding. Even though it's not a human being, he's able to respond to the questions. Into ubisani bibino, not also responding. So this whole technology that we are talking about is about a chat platform where you can ask any question, ask the robot any question, and he will respond you with the answers that you need. In our layman terms, we say when you ask garbage in, it would also produce garbage for you. Say ube bisana semna sebe when bisana sema nyansa wuno. Also ebedje ni nyansa wuno. Obema answer ubisa no. Ba ubisa no adia ewo he has the knowledge of being trained to that. This is the name. So let's go on and see what it's all about. So okay, so just like I said, so ChatGPT, we call it's an artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. What it simply means is you everybody has obiawo adwene and also or nyansa or he has some level of intelligence. You won't no difference intelligent. What it means is that he has some level of knowledge. So this Chat GPT is an artificial intelligence. Onye essence oye robot onye ni panti. Oye robot onye ni panti oye artificial. So he has this intelligence. It's very wide. As an adwene mudo, robot an adwene mudo. And what does it do? It was developed by a free company be Open AI. AI means artificial intelligence. Into what is a make AI, just say artificial intelligence. So it was developed by a company from Open AI. And all that they seek to do is they want to make artificial intelligence accessible to everybody. It has to be open to all. I will say, Ubia have access to artificial intelligence. And kakanena anka yaye bibi to say ChatGPT. It is only the wealthy people who can have access to it. Uniska untimento. I say wako supermarket. Na obia du hono ma no kitani ATM card odu ya pen no wetuaka pen no wetuaka udru hono ma u sika yo so ayanyiska afi wato nyema ne kitani ze wo yeah, automatically you work from visa and own car. But what these people seek to do is they want to make the artificial intelligence platform accessible to a lot of people so that everybody can have access to it. And it was launched just last year. It is what Tiana said, on ChatGPT. What I would say in our IT terms, the Americans say you are 1 year late in terms of IT. It is a yen 1 year in IT udi echire 1 year. There's a one unyam being because it came last year November. Before it was launched in November, near year who did it. It is a one say and then I was here just IT why late 1 year. It also started to make up. Amen. Okay, yes, also. Yes, a dinner, your friend of Chat GPT. Midikai can say the chat which I've explained is just an interaction between two people or a human being and a robot. In this case, the chat here refers to the interaction between a human being and a robot or an artificial intelligent device somewhere. And the GPT there stands for it is an acronym that was part of it. It's a part of it. If you go and ask the robot a question, it should be able to generate an answer for you. It is na Mr. Alice ewo ha say me bisa na sama me expect say obema me mwaye me boa. In the same way when you go to the platform of the chat GPT, ubisa na sama you're expecting it to generate an answer for you. So the G in the GPT stands for generate. So it is generative. It generates responses. The P there, PT is pre-trained. What it literally means is that it is ya cannot so anke yesu a ye beka se onwo onyi made no onwo no tam yin yin yesu no ye pie kobogo no no ma me eche ne hwefie na ya ka no so say kind book eno no kwa ye backlash a odidi first. Now when it comes to this artificial intelligence, I will relate it to human being. Ya china hwefie ya chira adia say ya chira no from class 1 to university. Into or class 1 on university at the end of that. Into the Ubisa or class 1 or what's now. So when we say it is pre-trained, that means he has a wide range of in IT we call it data set. And I say, yeah, the nyama be bre a training no. So that Ubana baby san say se me your bana se me pese stebe me Johnson me saying it should be able to give you an answer. And I say me ko ipe juma na ye ka say ye be interview no na interview no they need me to how should I approach the interviewer? It should be able to give you an answer. If you're training with so many scenarios that the human being ordinarily will be doing. So that is why it is called pre-trained. So that we have explained the chat and we have explained the GPT. So the G is generative. Ubisana Sema Obama response, so it will generate responses. The PT is pre-trained. It has a wide range of knowledge embedded in it. Okay. Into here also. So quickly, we will say that Senameka, it was launched last year. Into Senameka, so who knew anything about it? I just say you are late in IT 1 year. However, in all this, we call something, there is always a caveat. A caveat says a limitation. On to me, yet to say nipada. A yet a robot. A nipa a robot. Robots need to be a nim yansan to say nipa. And see, a fair na ye training no, ye busu training no. And see, oko when we get to the practical session, you will see it. You go through training, so it has what is called a limitation up to the open information be after September 2021. Ubisa na onyama. Instance the training now, yeah, the amount on the money training, the year 2021 September. It will be saying anything about the world after September. To say and then yeah election now you find new president of Ghana. Who be saying or the president of Ghana before September 2021. Yes, yes. Okay. And questions now will be saying no interactions now on any year. No. It can only allow you to give him ask questions to the maximum character length of 3,000. But minimum will be a bit maybe in one question. Now the question, sentence you have to wear 3,000. But that is what you're saying. So you can ask a question that long. Ebiana Obrofone in social will get to understand something. It uses what is called natural language processing. Natural language processing is a when you are programming, every language that you use to program on a specific way of writing it into send a minimum Alex and answer minimum bra ebedi nkomo se me catch here out here se me buy na Alex kabado dada Alex be him say Alex you are not in the spirit. If Sister Alex is not in the spirit me ka kabado on here but me catch you no no to here me come here. So it's the same with technology. The computer understands a specific language, but in this case it uses a model which is called natural language processing. That means that okay, now typing, my name is Felix. I just graduated from Regent University, but I don't have a job. Can you help me to draw up a professional CV? And you click enter. Just because he accepts natural language processing. So it doesn't matter. So bro phone in your crowd who percent a translated cry into tree. Oceana says, who brought for the time, and now better Cherokee, Cherokee, the man of Vegiasmo. That's how wonderful this is. All right. So let's continue. All right. Um, all right. So application, just go. Okay. So application. So we are looking at some of the areas where we can apply this wonderful phenomenon or this artificial intelligence. Yeah, but in ministry, ministry, I didn't see it is going to change the way ministry is. Area way, there was a minister who saw the poster and quickly sent me that, can I organize my team of ministers? Because I've heard that this is going to change the face of ministry. How do we tap into it before we are left behind? And I told her, oh, Papa, really wonderful. In fact, many people say you are approaching me to teach you, and I'm honored. So I just gave him a simple scenario. I gave him a simple thing that the thing can do beyond his imagination. I told him, Papa, what is going to be your sermon for Sunday? I just gave the sermon title. So I'm going to talk about Apostle Creed. I'm saying, give me 2 minutes. I'll generate a whole sermon on Apostle Creed for you. So I generated a whole sermon on Apostle Creed with Bible verses that I gave to him. Or just I would say, hey. And I'm saying that is what technology is doing now. It is not making you lazy. It is only saving you time. That is what I will call it. It is only saving you. We'll just move into the practical section so that I don't want it to get boring. We get to understand what this whole thing is about. And in education, I think last week I had my national service for Bina. Real school and see your project work. So they approached me and then they wanted me to help them out with their project work. I didn't know what the topic was about. Yeah, projects done. We see the hassle we have to go through to do our project work. Trust me. And can we 4 or 5 years ago? And Kaminya A project work. The coming Kaminya A straight. All that I had to do is make the project topic as okay. And I make a program and say, develop objectives for me. In 5 seconds, I had objectives. I want to say, write the introduction for me. In 1 minute, now introduction, I say, give me literature review. And I say, and the make us super here then. Nipa crab, I said, the press pan, cover. What in the wonderful thing about it? Who your project here? So the confirm anything. Who say you have something to do to so check for plagiarism. And one customer catch you so it is fact. We okay we not today. And in the healthcare industry too, I think these are some of the things that are also coming to change the face of um, health services. Yes, Mr. Wasi. I believe that for consulting room, and sometimes when you are even telling the doctor no problem, ebi wɔ hɔnom a ɛnyɛ ne nyinaa na yɛ onim o. Wohu sɛ doctors no ɔmo yi ɔmo phone ɛwɔ consulting room a ɔgugula hwɛ o. Ɛnyɛ biribi a ɔgugula hwɛ. Ayɛ sɛ problem na ɔka no. What are the possible solutions? What are the symptoms? Ne nyinaa ka ho. But this, as I said, it is built with historical data, and healthcare services are all about historical data because yeah, gada yare na sister we be kan ye no complain ye no we be complain ye we be complain ye no the nya solution a that me ba enya fe ni e ba be he me kan ya ni e hu say sister ne ba last week no ka the same thing your ba last 2 weeks no ka the same thing it is say the o kan ne fa ene na malaria ni atrama. So healthcare services are all about historical data. It may not be totally accurate, but it is obviously going to help change the face of healthcare. All right. We'll just switch quickly to the practical section. Conversation on AI and boring. I want everybody to participate in what we are doing. So the application is, as I said, it's called ChatGPT. I may share my full screen and then, okay, yeah, okay. So as I said, company na and you're from Open AI. So the Open AI, yeah, late, you know, it's an organization that have dedicated themselves to allow artificial intelligence to be accessible by everybody. Man, yes, sir, and Kamene will not be able to buy hard cash in this country. And then it is an open AI because it's a community. And then way they at the full account, they include something unique, normally account, not now we more baby, not only account. See, it is a combination of a lot of people's hard work in our account, and they believe that when it is accessible to everybody, even to the lay end user, it expands the knowledge in that area. So their focus or their aim is to make accessible artificial intelligence to everybody. Oh, say artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence. And maybe be right, yeah. It is just the new phenomenon. And I said, change the way we are. Okay, all right. Um, Apologies for up and down, up and down. You need to be online. I had no other boom. So I apologize. Okay. So let me just go to the platform. Okay. So your coffee, I will make available. There's a recording, so I'll make it available. I'll make available the slides. Of course, here and then you have a laptop. You can always and you have internet. Just Google openai.com. So let me share my screen and then you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so okay. When you Google openai.com, it brings you to this platform. There are two ways of accessing the chat GPT. There is what we call the web version. The web version is which may be a browser. A browser means Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome or Explorer. Yeah. You open any of the browsers and you type openai.com. It opens their homepage for you. As I said, there are two ways of accessing chat GPT. And when you go to the homepage, you go to products. So they have so many products. Internet is a bit slow, but so there are so many products. It's not so clear, but don't worry. So many products in there that You have the overview, they have ChatGPT, and then there's a new version that is coming. It's called GPT-4. Currently, we are in the version 3. There's a version 4 coming. But we need the word. So let's take with ChatGPT. In Tuffour, there's ChatGPT. When you click on ChatGPT, it will open the ChatGPT web interface for you. I'll give you the link to how to download the install so that you can install it on your machine if you want to try it at home and then work around it, test it and see how it will work for you. The kind of questions you would want to ask it and how you want it to respond to your queries. So we'll take one or two um, scenarios and see how it works. Okay, and see, unfortunately, the screen is so blurred. But immediately you open it, it gives you three information. One, it will tell you about the kind of examples of how you can ask the question. Send out maybe some questions. Remember examples. Then the second column is capabilities. Or make sure say, this is what I can do. The capability of the artificial intelligence. And the third one is limitation. Let me see if I can just my bags. So we put on they were USB dangle big one. Come on, control room so that I could just the person who project it here, it looks like maybe I may project it, yeah, to see there so that we can all follow what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm back. Back. All right. So okay. So when you log in into the platform, I'm just waiting for the just a minute. Let's check my against I you watch this one. Oh, sorry. No, 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 okay. Let me just take my signal. Um, okay. All right. So let me just, I think there are people, let me just accept them and then you can continue. Okay. If you can see this, what I was talking about. So at the beginning, you have, when you open the browser for the first time, you go to openai.com, you come to product, and then you go to chat GPT. When you click on it, it opens this interface for you. It would ask you to, it would open this interface for you. It would ask you to log in. So you are logging, create any account and then log in. Immediately you are done logging in, you see this playground popping up. So this is where you would ask the system any question. In the playground, we call it playground. So this is where you ask him any question and you expect an answer. So this is the web version. I told you there are two ways of accessing the ChatGPT, either through the web version or you install the app on your machine, and then you use it on the machine. So this is the web version. Let me show you the app version. So this is how the app also looks like. Let me quickly open it again. So we all see. Okay. So let's do this for now. So let's ask a question and see. What question should we ask? Let's do a so let's just say I am somebody, let me use the same example. I say I'm in school. Now me say me CV. I want to build my CV. And so I am done with school. I want to create my CV. So I don't know how to go about my CV. Maybe I'm a year maybe 1 or 2 years. I want a polished CV. So I want the system to do it for me. So let me just give it an information and let's see what it will come up with. So let's say create a professional CV for me. And then let me submit it. Okay. So if you can watch, it has started creating a CV for me. This is in seconds. It may need CV require. I can just put it in there and tell him to create. I just made a blank statement. Create a CV, man. Tell me say area me computer science, and I say me accounting, and I me whatever nursing. I just made a blank statement, but I realized that no CV no I too generic. I want it to be personalized. That is why I said the chat GPT, the GPT is the first one is generative. So it is interactive. Sɛ na ɔne obi di nkɔmmɔ no, waka asɛm akyerɛ no. Anka wo sɛ woka ne yie, woanka ne yie nti wopɛ sɛ ɔsan ka biom. Wobɛsen akɔ nipa korɔ no biom na wasɛ abisa no asɛm. So I'm going back to the application and telling that rephrase it and let it include somebody who has completed computer or somebody who has done bachelor's in computer science. And then it will recreate the CV again for somebody like that. So if you watch it generically, it has done it. It has given me the objective experience, education, if any, and then you continue therefore thereon. So let's say rewrite the CV to mimic a less submit. So I said you should rewrite the CV to mimic a less. So you see the objective to obtain. Yeah, yeah. It's still writing for me. Anyway, okay. To obtain, let me see if I can. All right. To obtain a position as a registered nurse in a professional healthcare environment where I can utilize my skills and experience to contribute to the success of the organization. Experience ABC Hospital, registered nurse, June 2018 to present. What we're doing, provide direct patient care. And one I provide direct care in a variety of settings, including medical center, administer medication, no education. If you have it, then you continue. So that's how simple the natural language processing part of the application works. Let's do something different. I told you, let me do what I did for the minister that got him wild. So I just said, write a sermon on what? Give me something. A sermon on what? Come again. Write a sermon on Christ in you with biblical or with Bible references. With Bible references. and I submit. When me pamenko asofo school, me di me sofo aya. Me di me sofo aya. Me di me sofo pe 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 pe. Me di me sofo aya. Me di me sofo aya. I don't know what my main copy na me fanko word now be home. Let me open word. This is where the world is going. It's a unima what actually. All right, so okay. I as I started today, I want to talk to you about Christ in you. We are all familiar with the story of Jesus Christ, the Son. Obetro as some biblical references. All tuning in more biblical references. All tuning in more biblical references. And then you end it. So as I said, if you feed it with garbage, it will give you garbage. If you feed it with the right questions, it will respond in the right manner for you. The beauty of using there, as I said, there are two ways of accessing ChatGPT through the web and through installing it on your machine. Ebiana uye juma wo company bi, uye marketer, and I say you are in the sales team. You are being asked to come up with a tagline for a new product. Sometimes organizations use that as a form of competition and tell the employees, whoever will come up with the best tagline for your new product, maybe I'll be a bonus. How find say we are doing farm milk or the farm yogo plus back own name tagline or henata who chiroa but chiroa happy. Which market can all my samples to write 5 taglines for an ice cream ice cream company. Tagline here, say we are auto fan everything. Fun nice, so nice, nice, nice. That's the tagline. Aha. So that's the tagline. So me say you give me 5 taglines. If me, I want to wow my boss. Me man of 1, me man of 5. Into Ushema. So then taste the sweetness of our ice cream. Cool down with our delicious ice cream. Indulge in our creamy ice cream. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our ice cream. Experience the richness of ice cream. We yen nothing we overnight to be baby. Say, person customize it even to fan milk. You can even include it. You can just come and say, include the company fan. What will happen? So they say he should include it. Oh yeah, first one, me say on feeding cow. So taste the sweetness of fan milk ice cream. Cool down with fan milk delicious ice cream. Indulge in fan milk creamy ice cream. Ebia when you don't want it. You can tell him that I am not satisfied with your answers. I am not satisfied with your answers. And then you submit. So what did he say? I said I'm not satisfied. Then he comes back and say, no problem. I'm happy to provide more taglines for you. And then you come back again and you rephrase it. Treat yourself to fan milk ice cream. Enjoy the creamy goodness of fan milk. Savor the sweetness. So it is how you want to ask the question, how you want to massage the question. So this is in an industry where you have marketers constantly being asked to come with taglines. They are struggling to do it. Let's do something about education and probably we'll end with what you want me to do. Okay, fashion. So let's say education. I told you about the national service personnel, and his topic was um, assessing the impact of information system at let's say Ghana Water. So this was his topic, assessing the impact of information system at Ghana Water. He's yet to do his thesis. So our topic, how to start was a problem. But the first thing is you need to come up with the objective. So all that I did was write the objectives of the topic. I want to colon. Then I do submit. Okay. The objective of this topic is to assess the impact of information system. So he has given me one objective. I want more. So I say write or list. Let me do it. So write write three objectives. And I just send it. And then he lists it for me. So I now have three objectives to submit. Evaluate the effectiveness of information system in improving operational efficiency of the Ghana Water Company. Assess the impact. Analyze the cost effectiveness of information system. You can even ask you to write the introduction of the topic. So I just go on and say, write the introduction of the thesis topic. And then I submit. So, Mr. Kodi Diba, remember my introduction I ready. Yeah, may I answer me copy? I'm copy. Na me copy. Na me copy. Na me proofreading. So that is what technology has brought us and where it is taking us to. Oh, you are getting too excited. Relax. All right. So this is what today our session is taking us to. But there's no time. We would have a broader consultation or a broader venue where we would talk more about it. And a mountain, we said 7, but people came in late. And we're having issues with our system as well. However, there are more to this that we would want to explore. For example, sometimes we are coming up with what we call it has this intelligence to even convert your words into emojis for you. It's maybe a old text. You don't have the emoji to accompany the text. If you want the system to accompany a text with an emoji, it can do that. So let me just go to we have what is called the developers, the overview. They have a lot of things in there. So you can see, if I go to examples, it will give me a lot of examples that this thing is capable of doing. One of them is let me open the playground of movie to emoji. If you have a movie title and you want to create an emoji out of the movie title, the system just helps you do that. So let's say the name of the movie is Titanic. and I want you to create an emoji for me. When I click on submit, watch it, see what he has done. It brought what? A ship and a broken heart. And that is what Titanic is about. So if you put a name, so let's say Matrix, those who have watched Matrix, if I put Matrix there and I submit, it brings you what Matrix is about. What I can Matrix down? This is what that is what it's about. So if you even don't have emojis to communicate with your fellow people on WhatsApp or anything, you can equally do this. And then you have free emojis. Free emojis. All right. I've let a lot of people down. From the internet was just going on and off, on and off. All right. Let me just do this quickly and then and share my screen. Okay. Let me see if I have any data somewhere. Uh, okay. I have some information here. All that I want to do is, I don't know what, assuming I don't know what this is about, I can tell the system that I'm copying this and I'm going to paste it in the chat and I'll tell him to analyze this data for me and tell me what the data is about. Uh, okay, so analyze this data. Then I put semicolon and then I paste my data in there and I do enter. So just watch, watch him analyze the data for me. I just pasted data there and I asked him to analyze the data and tell me what the data is about. So it will rewrite the data and summarize and tell me what the whole data that I've just put there is about. So it will just write everything, probably even probably even thinking in my head, but rewriting it, polishing the English and finishing it up for me. And then what I need to do is copy my thing back. So this is how easy and I mean the AI industry is making our work to become. It is an American, it doesn't matter where you belong. So far as you are even in the church, you probably belong to a group where you are constantly being asked to submit reports, whether the secretary's reports, whether the financial statements. Because of time, I would have just shown you how it can analyze financial statements in minutes. Accountants now want to culture. It's quite difficult, but you can just put the raw data in there and ask it to analyze the financial statement or even rewrite the financial statement for you and we'll do that for you. So that is what that is. This is where the world is going. And see, you just have to, I mean, be abreast with the times and get to know about it. We may not be able to go further because there are so many examples that just one example from us then or question time so that I can just answer it and then we can call it a day for today. We'll have a broader forum to discuss this more. Yes, question two. All right. So we'll take just three questions, and then we would proceed. Those online, forgive us for the constant interruption. If you have any question, you can just put it in the chat window and then I can answer you. Yes, if you actually want to use it, it's going to ask you to um, create an account. So if you have already something good, so that's whether you have a Gmail account, you want to use it, you want to create a new account on its own. Yes. That's what I'm saying. That well, it's built to have um, the intelligence to scramble words, rewrite sentences. There's a possibility that if you ask for one tagline, what you ask for will be different from mine. But if you ask for five taglines and I ask for five taglines, you may have one of that tagline in mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, it's built to answer questions from anybody from anywhere. Anyway, all right. So second question. There was something I wanted to show you yesterday night when I was preparing for today. I chanced upon something that I didn't think it was capable of doing. Remember, I told you that it can be applied even in the media industry. And I was asking myself that if this can be applied in the media industry, does that mean that I can even write songs for people? So I just said, write a song about love and enter. And I was shocked. It started writing song for me. And has become a songwriter in many. They will write, they will keep writing, and until it is tired, they will write a song for me. And I was shocked. It's writing a song, giving you, it can even give you breaks. When we hear music, the morning breaks. And then when I was done, what this is what shocked me the most. Translate this into translate this into Ghanaian language, Ghanaian language C. And I said enter. And watch what it's going to do. Oh, wait. Translate the song into P. So, write the song in the band song about love in the Ghanaian language. Okay, I don't know which one. So don't worry, I'll let you see. I'll let you see. I'll let you see. Ochochi Amamio. Meda so. Na manam ka so meda me example. Minim adwum kro kro. Ah. Watchro ama me chorus ama me verse 2 ama me chorus. Ogutu throw. I want a break. I want a break. All right. So it tells you the endless possibility of this artificial intelligence. And I wish you would explore it more when you go back in your own way, your working environment, especially those who are always tied with reports. I mean, deadlines and reports. It helps you cut down your time and improve upon your efficiencies and work. I trust that you have learned something today that will be helpful now. I